Hi there, I'm John Bond from Riverwinds Consulting, and this is Publishing Defined. Today I'm going to discuss how to write and publish a book. If you don't know me, I'm an author of 4 books, have been the publisher for over 500 books in my career, and I'm a publishing consultant. I'll go through the 13 steps of writing and publishing quickly, but there are more details in my book. You can write and publish a book, essential information on how to get your book published. Step 1. Think about your motives. It's important to think through why you want to write and publish a book. Concentrate on the most important one. This will help guide you through the rest of the process. Step 2. Get educated. Writing and publishing is process-oriented. There are endless books on these topics, mine included, videos, websites, webinars, and more. Before you dive in feet first, spend the time and learn more about writing and publishing. Step 3. Define your topic. You've likely been thinking about this idea for some time and given it much consideration. I suggest you summarize your idea in one sentence of 15 words or less. You need to be able to boil down your idea to a very specific statement about your book. Step 4. Create a summary. You have your topic and now you need to expand it. Write a 3-paragraph summary of the project. You can include parts of the single sentence, but also greater detail about your vision as well as the intended audience. Step 5. Create an outline. Create an extensive outline of the entire project. I suggest you take each chapter and place it on its own page and start to outline or discuss the story in that chapter. This becomes the master outline of the entire work. Step 6. Write and then edit. Depending on the type of book that you are working on, the process may differ. If you are going to seek a publisher or an agent, and writing a nonfiction book, you likely will only have to write a few sample chapters. If, however, you're writing a novel and it is your first one, then you'll need to write the entire book before approaching a publisher or agent. Finally, if you're going to self-publish, you'll, of course, need to write the entire book. So let's say you have to write the entire project. How do you proceed? As the old saying goes, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Set a specific time each day and a length of time for you to write and stick to it. Time and time again, it's been shown that those who write a little each day are the ones that get published. When the first draft of the book is done, the editing process is next. Go through each chapter and then go through it again. My number one suggestion is less is more. There are usually very, very few instances where anybody has ever said, I wish that book was longer, I wish that movie was longer, I wish that sermon was longer. Brevity is the soul of wit. Step 7. Get feedback. Authors, whether self-publishing or seeking a publisher, need to get substantive feedback on their work from several readers. Ask a diversity of people and encourage them to give you big picture feedback. Step 8. Finding an agent or a publisher. There are whole books written just on this process. My book, You Can Write and Publish a Book, has details on both. Check out sites like publisherslunch.com, publishersweekly.com, and others for a list of active agents who have signed deals. Seek out online directories, sometimes for a fee, or print directories, only the current year, to find agents. Sometimes you can approach a publisher directly, depending on the genre. Go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble and look at books that are actively being published in your area to see what company is doing the best work. Send agents or publishers a personalized query letter. Step 9. Writing a proposal or query letter. Proposals follow a very specific format. They include your description of the project with your pitch, an extended table of contents, information about you as an author, the book's status, your marketing platform, and perhaps sample chapters. Follow the format of a proposal very closely. Likewise, queries follow a rigid format. They're usually about 4 paragraphs, all of them brief. They introduce you, give the hook for your project, discuss the market, the genre, the length of the work, and close with an offer to send more material. No gimmicks and be brief. Step 10, self-publishing. Instead of seeking a publisher, you may have determined you want to self-publish a book. I only suggest this for those that are willing to dive into marketing and promotion. Once again, there are whole books just written on self-publishing. Pick one up, perhaps mine. Step 11, the publishing process. So your final manuscript will need an editor. It'll go through desktop publishing. Next, it'll go to the printer or be converted into an ebook. There are many steps along the way that the publisher will be involved with or that you will need to mastermind for the self-publishing process. Step 12, marketing and promotion. Nearly the most important step in the publishing process is this one. Marketing doesn't need to be expensive either. An author website, social media, speaking to small groups, writing blog posts, and a host of other ideas can all be simple steps for an author to promote their own work. Do not skimp on this. Step 13, launch party. Congratulations, you're a published author. Step back and take a breath. Find ambassadors for your book, and most importantly, do it all over again. Well, that's it. Reach out to me at riverwindsconsulting.com with your questions. My book is available at Amazon and at my website, booksbyjohnbond.com. See the links in the notes below. Hit the like button below if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel or click here to see my video about writing a great journal article. And make comments below or email me with any questions. Thanks so much and take care.